Moin moin and hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Donboxing, and today for you I have the second part of my 1111 review haul. This is the Simgot EA500 DSP. Yep, we are taking a look finally at a single DD set, but one that actually comes with a DSP correction. And we'll just figure out today what you get if you order this. I think normally these clocks in at like $80 or something like that, and yeah, of course I combined it with additional discounts to make it actually worthwhile because it's no longer the newest release. And if I manage to remove the plastic here, that's how the box looks like. You can see it's like shiny silver, and they have this like universe picture in the middle here. Then on the back we have the frequency response here, which I do like to see. Definitively appreciated what people printed on the back, and also a few other general information here. And we just slide it out as is and get greeted here with this symbol, whatever that's supposed to mean. But it does look pretty cool. It has this like orange metallic look. Yeah, do enjoy that. And when they quote Pascal here, interesting. I didn't expect a mathematician to be quoted here on this. But I guess now we are quoting mathematicians, and at least this is a cool quote from him. If it is actually him, I would need to look it up. Don't try to add more years to your life, better add more life to your years. Is a pretty good quote, if it is actually him. And then we actually fold that open and have an additional small like accent here that also is exactly visible if you look at it like that. That's cool attention to detail. Then here some felt at the top so it doesn't scratch. Also like to see this. Accessories in here, IM in here. First, I would say let's today look at the IM before we come to our accessories. Out you go for now. That's the IM, and I can tell you this is definitively a heavy IM. Most of the IMs I have had are lighter, quite a bit lighter indeed. But this I think actually is a steel chassis if I remember correctly. And it also, I think this is an additional tuning vent here at the bottom, if I remember this correctly. And I think also the nozzle is replaceable, if I remember this. Like I can't unscrew it, maybe I was wrong, or? Yeah, no, I cannot unscrew it. But I thought it was replaceable. Well, I need to check that out later. But other than that, the chassis is kind of medium, or like I want to say ear shape. It could definitely be more semi-custom overall, but I guess that's what we get here. Nozzle diameter does seem to be pretty average. It looks like it's 6 mm overall, maybe 5.8. And the connector here is for recessed 2-pin, as you can see, so definitely not all cables will fit this. And as optic wise, the 500 DSP goes for this like slightly shiny black optics. But as you can also see here, this is how it came. There's this matte spot here where I think even the felt kind of rubbed off the coloring here, so not the best. And LR indicator here also printed on in white. So overall, I think for metal IM, this build is okay. The seams is also noticeable, visible around the IM here. And I can also feel it with my fingernail, but it's not too big. And yeah, last but not least, maybe integration of the mesh here also seems to be all right. Then let's take a look at the accessory sides. If I can remove this. So this is again one of the issues here. You can see I dented the cardboard a bit. Yeah, I think there needs to be a better way how to remove this from the box than what you usually get. Then the box itself. Let's open it. And here directly is the carrying case, and inside here nothing else besides I think the manual. We don't need at the moment. Carrying case is pretty damn thick, as you can see here. Oh, relatively stable though, like to see that. Black zipper, color matched here to get fake leather. Screw that open, and then we get the cable here. And actually it has replaceable nozzle, so it's just pretty tight in there. Where's the ear tips? Not ear tips? Am I stupid? Wait, ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly check beneath the... Ah yeah, it's just oversawed. Ear tips are right here. Okay, so I think they could have probably shrunk the case significantly without losing too much of the packaging here. And again, classic Simgot style, you only get this random as silicone ear tips here. These are not bad overall, but there definitely are better tips out there. And yeah, this is the actual DSP cable here. So actually meaning this comes with its own dongle deck here at the bottom, which has some DSP effects inside as well. And it has a small remote here with a microphone, button press. Feels alright to me, and oh, not actually the DAC value is here. So this is literally only for power in your phone, and this is the DAC band inside this small thing, this small splitter here. I guess at least it says that on the connector. And then let's go for the rubber hooks around here. Yep, this looks relatively cheap overall, I want to say. Yeah, plastic, transparent here. LNR indicator barely visible as usual. Rubberization around this here is also it's actually rather thick. Let's give it the spring test. Springy, but not ultra springy. Both bending radius is rather small, so if you have some bigger ears, this might be uncomfortable to you. And yeah, wait, let me try once more if I can unscrew nozzle here, because I would be. Oh yeah, the other side is actually easier to unscrew. So we do get a sealing ring here around the outlet. And there's no foam on the front here, as you can see. Not sure how easy it's visible, but you can literally just look through this in theory. There's no tuning foam. That means also if you have the DD here, yep, dirt could go inside if you're not careful with unscrewing this. But you can also, that means just put in a tuning foam for yourself and tune this according to your own needs. And I will need to try how this works with the DSP thing, if it is worth doing with DSP, or if it's worth maybe getting your own cable and maybe just doing your own EQ. Yeah. Okay, now to the quick first impressions of the Simgot EA500 DSP. So I've listened to this with and without the DSP cable, and both of them actually sound pretty good to me. They're both a bit warm. There's definitely some pronunciation of the lower mids going on, but it's not too bad, so it's not too recessed. Also, it comes off as, I would say, in both settings as slightly bright shifted, without ever being bright as in said. It is slightly bright, sure, but it's always a pleasant listening to my ear. And less than other sets that I do like, that I also would consider as bright. And judging from measurements here, I mean, you can see that's how the DSP measures versus the non-DSP version. There's definitely some difference going on, but it's not huge, and you can definitely live without the DSP without any issues here. But yeah, obviously, as you can see, the DSP version is a bit better. It has less bleed into the mid-range, a bit more sub-bass, and yeah, just measures a bit better. But yeah, full review in the next video. But yeah, that's it, the unboxing of the Simgot EA500 DSP. Hope you enjoyed it. Questions, recommendations, or criticisms, please leave a comment. Donspektor out.